Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Happy Friday. It is Suzanne's last full day with me. Her honey bunny got in last night. He will be here tomorrow. Okay, so because they have a house about an hour and a half up the road from us, so he's there right now taking care of what he needs to take care of, and then he'll be here tomorrow. So I have Suzanne for one more day, and then tomorrow I have her honey bunny, and he'll be here most of the day, and we're gonna have dinner, and then she's gonna go home with him up the road, and then they'll be there for a week or so, and then they'll head back to Ohio. So I'm so excited for her, though. I mean, I've had a great time with her. We've done absolutely nothing besides hang out at the pool, but it was so much fun. So what we're going to do this morning, I've got my pitcher of water. Remember, 64 ounces of water every day. That's, quote, they, being the professionals, that we're supposed to intake. Any way you want to measure them. You remember, again, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Any way you want to do it. I do it by the pitcher because I can pour it into my cup, and I know when this pitcher's gone that I've hit my water goal. But I lose count. How many water bottles have I had? Is this my third one or my fourth one? You know, if I'm trying to measure it in cups, I'm like, how many times have I done this? You know, some people are like, oh, I just have a little pad and paper and I put a little line down, and when I get to 5, I know I've hit. Okay. Somebody else picks up the pen and walks away with it. The paper gets something spilled on it, and I'm lost. You know? So you have to do what works for you. This is what works for me. So you do what works for you. Okay? So we're making a cherry limeade today. Y'all know I absolutely adore citrus, and cherry limeade is one of my favorites. This one will not be aspartame free. Skittles lemon lime, which is a lot like 7-Up, except it's not aspartame free. Skittles cherry. Now, the Skittles cherry is definitely over the top cherry. I will tell you, it is some cherry. It is cherry. It is very, very cherry. Very, very, very cherry. Okay, got my spoon. I don't even have to taste this to know I'm going to have to put some of the true lime in it, because I've made this enough times to know it is going to require 2 of the true limes. Now, the true lime has no sugar and has no aspartame. So that's why it's so good at cutting the sweetness. So if you're like me and you don't like things quite as sweet, just cut it with the true lime. The true lime is on the Big A. It's the only place I've been able to find it. I have never found it in the stores. So if you can get it in the stores, more power to you, but I've never found it in the stores. And I've used the stuff for several years. Okay, so Suzanne will not be drinking this because of the aspartame, so we're just going to drink it right out of the pitcher. Could use another lime for my opinion. Okay, but that takes care of that. Okay, so 64 ounces of water, we're set up. We'll have that down by the end of the day. I have a full 40-ounce cup that I've already drank down halfway and filled it back up. So I'm on my road to success with my water. And remember, baby steps, just baby steps, okay? If you are on the same journey and you've had your insides rearranged, because remember, we can't use certain words on TikTok anymore. So if they rearranged your innards, okay, for this journey. Protein is super, super important. A lot of folks are like, yeah, but I can't eat but 2 bites at a time, or I can only eat 3 bites, and I can't. Okay, I'm going to give y'all a tip. And this is what I had to do, especially at the beginning. And I've been helping Suzanne with this, is you get up and you do your coffee or your water, whatever you do, take your vitamins, etc. Set the alarm on your phone for 2 hours. And when the alarm goes off, if you're at home, go in the kitchen, get yourself 2 tablespoons of cottage cheese, or 2 or 3 cheese cubes, 2 or 3 ham cubes, and you eat that. Okay? If you're at work, pull out, any of that kind of stuff that you might be able to keep in a lunchbox, or a protein bar, or a protein cookie, or a legendary pastry, and just take 2 or 3 bites of it. Because depending on what you get, it's anywhere from 16 to 22 grams of protein. So if it takes you 3 or 4 hours to eat it, doesn't matter. You're still getting that protein in. So every 2 hours, you set your alarm goes off, you set it again for 2 hours. So when it goes off, you stop and you go get yourself 3 or 4 bites of whatever the protein is that you're nibbling on, whether it be protein chips, cheese, cottage cheese, a hard-boiled egg, some ham cubes, some beef jerky, turkey jerky, whatever, okay? Portion it out, or don't portion it out. Leave it in the bag. If you're only eating 3 or 4 bites, you don't have to worry about portion control. And do that every 2 hours. That's what my dietitian told me, and that's how I got past that. Okay? So there you go. There's your tip for the day. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them. I don't know what we're doing for dinner yet. We were talking about several things. We got some crab cakes we were going to do. Then we decided to wait and do the crab cakes when her honey bunny got here. So maybe pizza tonight. Maybe barbecue chicken pizza. Because, we'll use the protein crust and the chicken and the sugar-free barbecue sauce. It'll be really healthy. I think maybe that's what we'll do for dinner tonight. Yeah. All right. So please continue with all your likes and follows. I greatly appreciate it. And remember, Mama says, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.